Yo, what is up everybody? This is Pavan, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down a pro gameplay versus Dee Croft. And if you don't know who Dee Croft is, really quickly I could tell you he is a really phenomenal player, top tier player, and he just made the finals of the Madden Ball. We're in a tournament I placed Final Four. He made the finals, so an extra round ahead of me. So he is definitely a great player. And this is a PlayersLounge gameplay. PlayersLounge is a website where you can play cash games and tournaments. And this is a tournament for $1,000, $1,000 to first, $300 to second, and then so on and so forth. This is an extremely phenomenal game, and this is going to be part of a series I'm going to be doing where I break down my gameplays, talk about what I could have done better. For the most part, this is just going to be a great series, and I hope you guys could learn a lot, and I hope I could teach you guys a lot. So we're going to be jumping straight into the game. He's running this Y-off trips. The matchup is both Seahawks versus Seahawks. I really like the Seahawks and Regs. They give me a lot of personnel. They give me a lot of fast players. It just fits my scheme really well. And for Dee Croft, he's a Seahawks fan, so that's why he's using them. And the first play of the game starts off with, he motioned over Metcalf on a little in route. He had Lockett on a playmaker, and it was kind of a busted, broken down play, but he got some good yards on it. This gameplay was uploaded straight from my live stream on Twitch. Me and him were both streaming this. Obviously, this is the finals, and I want to say there are over probably 500 to 600 people watching. As right there, you see Russell Wilson breaks that sack from that cornerback, and he does have an ability to break it's called Agile Extender. He breaks any and all cornerbacks or secondary players, so cornerbacks, safeties. He breaks their first sack attempt, but luckily we had someone there to clean it up. And he's on a 2nd and 16 right now. We want to kind of play good defense. Don't give him too many yards, and that's what we do. So for the most part, everything is bagged, and we got Ziggy Ansah on that pressure. On this 3rd down and long, 3rd and 25, we want to play prevent and save. So we're going to send 3 routes, 3 D linemen right here, 3-man rush. And unfortunately, I was stuck on my defensive tackle. That's something you never want to do at the start of the play. Get caught on a player you don't want to be using around with. But thankfully, everything was guarded and everything was pretty much covered to a perfection. So we're back on offense. He decided to punt the ball away on a 4th and 4. And we set up our audibles and all that type of stuff, and we hit him with a quick, nice little halfback sweep call. Got me 8 yards with Chris Carson as I proceed to sub him out for Rashad Penny. But I like to run that sweep because I was kind of pinned in my own territory. He had a really good punt, and it was just a nice, safe run play call, and it got me 8 yards. So definitely look for that run to be back there later on in that game. As he sent the heat on the left side, but it didn't come in. And that's why I love the Seahawks so much. This Russell Wilson in Regs is just insane. He has the agility, he has a nice speed, he has a bunch of great abilities on him as well. He's just so easy to get out of the pocket, so easy to maneuver with. That's like mainly the most basic reason I use the Seahawks for. As right there, I try to hit a quick flat to DK Metcalf, but I over swerved him. So basically what I was trying to do was kind of click onto my receiver and rack him upfield, get extra run after catch yards up the field. But I kind of overdid the maneuver of the swerve, and it cost me right there. But it's okay. It's 2nd down and 10. We're going back to this short side bunch, the positioning of the field, and that right there is why Russ is so good. The ability to make those throws on the run across his body. Yes, I know we dropped it. Yes, I know it's 3rd and 10, but still, those type of plays are, they go a long way in this game. Right here, we're setting up deep attack. A nice little post play to Metcalf, but I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking for Josh Gordon on this in route, and it's right there, right at the 1st down marker. So, if I would have gone a yard behind, it wouldn't have been a first. So it was exactly 10 yards. And right here, I'm just going to set up a run play and, take it to the 2nd quarter. See if that run play could have got me, a free, nice little rush. For the most part, it was bagged. I only got a yard on it. I'm not too mad about it, but we are going to the 2nd quarter now. If you don't know what playbook I'm in right now, I'm in the West Coast offensive playbook, the West Coast bunch. I'm a really good player in this gun bunch formation. That's what I like to run year in and year out. And, West Coast has the best bunch in this game. As once again, we take off with Russell Wilson. And a low-key thing you should have saw right there was Rashad Penny picking up that block, allowing me to get that 1st down. And right there, Dee Croft calls a timeout, which is huge because you got to realize we are playing 4-minute quarters. and we are on regs, so I'm able to just chew this clock all the way down if I want to, not leaving him any time to get the ball back before half. And we do get ball at half, so if we get 7 right here, get 7 out of half, this game is most definitely over. As right here, everything is bagged once again, but that's why we use the Seahawks, man. Russell Wilson making plays already. First drive, 3 rushes for 23 yards. That's just what Russell Wilson does, man. And, you know, I love using and running around with QBs, scrambling with my QBs. And, you know, Russell Wilson is one of the best to ever do it with his legs. Right here, I motion over Lockett on this post route. Expect him to be open. He guards it really well. But, hey, yeah, Russell Wilson again. He has Jadeveon Clowney in his spy. Clowney is pretty fast, but, you know, Russell Wilson is just that more agile to break the pocket and get me to a 3rd and 1 situation. Right here, I flipped a bunch, and then I'm going to flip it back because I just want to catch him off guard. And I did this a lot this game. I do this a lot in general. I don't want my opponents to be comfortable when they're setting up their defense or their adjustments. As right here, he does play really good defense, but look at R1. Josh Gordon on that bounce back. I put him on an out route. The out route was guarded, but then he came back to me, and I was able to low pass it right in the perfect amount of space to where the defender can't play it and where I just fall to the ground and not drop it. And in hindsight, I should have taken that down to the 2-minute warning if I could. We just ran the ball. We got 9 yards. You know, that sweep is either a hit or a miss. So I'm either getting a yard or going backwards, or I'm getting 10 plus yards. And right there, we got that sweep, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. This game is going by fast. You could just tell these 4-minute quarter regs games just go by like that. And right here, we're going back to our nice little tactic of flipping the bunch. And right there, I should have cut it up the middle, but instead I tried to bounce it out, and nothing was really there for me. But hey, it's still 3rd and 2, and we're definitely in a good spot to pick this up. And if we do pick this up, he's not going to be able to get the ball back for the rest of the half. So once again, we go back to the flip, and look for R1 on this corner. It's a tight throw, but Russell Wilson gets it right there. And, you know, his user defender came all the way across the field, almost picking that, almost playing that, but he had a slower guy, I believe 91 speed, Akeem King. That's the only thing with the Seahawks. They don't have the best secondary. You got to use a lot of lower overall guys, as Rashad Penny is this close to breaking one out on that halfback sweep. Right now, we had that chew clock feature on. We're chewing clock. We're trying to get some points, but for the most part, we don't want him to get the ball back, and I don't think he will. And right here, I like the idea to do this, but honestly, I was too close to do it, and, you know, maybe a different type of play out of that would have been nice. But I tried catching him off guard with a running formation, a heavy run set, and trying to pass with Metcalf out of it. And, you know, it's a great idea, but, you know, I'm too close to try to get it. But, you know, I'm going to go back to it again. I'm going to go back to the pass to see what's up, to see if I could catch him lacking, to see if I could catch him over adjusting or blitzing everybody. And this is a nice little crosser play, but once again, I don't have that much space. So, you know what I do? I take off with Russell Wilson, and get my 4 yards, take his timeout. And this is, you know, I'm in a good spot now because I could just take the whole half with me. And I'm in a good spot too, because if I do get a touchdown, I get ball at half. I get just 3 after that. The game is really looking dead. So right now, this is on me to make the play. Either way, if I don't get 3, if I get 7, either way, I'll be good. And this play right here, I'm gonna rewind this play once again. He does get a nice sack on me, but I'm gonna pause it. This play, look for Metcalf right here on this post. This is the play I was thinking of running. This is one of my favorite red zone plays, and everything looked bagged right there. I had triangle, or Y I should say, on the running back swing, but it wasn't going to get the first probably. And that play is huge because later on in the game, we're going to be in a similar situation. The kick is up, and we're going up 3-0, going into half, and we get ball at half. So this is our game to lose. One solid, nice time possession drive, or even a quick 7 points, even a field goal, man, and we're in good business. But let's just see how this second half goes. So we get the ball back on the 25-yard line, middle of the field, and we try to hit him with this tight formation, something he hasn't seen all game long, and it does end up actually working. So right there, I will rewind it for you guys. I decided to just run this for whatever reason, just to give him a different look. Look at Josh Gordon. Everyone was being sent. He sent probably 6 to 7, maybe even 8 people on that play, as in sending pressure. and I hit a nice little quick out route to Josh Gordon. I wish I was able to spin or hit a juke or something, because it was him versus my defender one-on-one. If I were to do that, I was probably going to be out of there scoring a touchdown, but it's all good. 2nd and 1. Going back and looking at this game, I definitely should have ran the ball here just to try to pick up the first down and just keep the clock moving. But I try to hit him over the top right here, and for the most part, everything is covered really well right here. I do have a chance to throw R1. I will rewind that for you. Just look at this seam streak right here up the middle. I have him very late, so right here I could have thrown it, but by that time I'm not looking that deep. I'm thinking his defender is going to play that, but if I do pass lead it to the inside, I may have had a great chance at, you know, getting a nice play. But here we go. This is 3rd and 1, probably one of the bigger plays of the game already, and honestly, this is such an easy down to convert, at least for me, and I should have done a better job at recognizing the play, but I try to go up top and I get picked off. So my thought process on that was, oh, I'm faster than Shaq Griffin, I have a step on him, and I did have a step on him, but the only thing that's wrong with Russ and Regs is his throw power is 92. So look, it is open. I do have a step on him, and if I had like a higher throw power guy, that's gonna be a touchdown, gonna be a 1st and goal situation. But I just don't have the throw power. Russell Wilson has 92 throw power, and you know, somewhere along 95, 96 maybe gets the job done. But hey, Russell Wilson gives you some things. He definitely takes away some things, but you got to live with them and just continue to play. So I'm definitely kicking my feet at that one. I had a chance to just end the game right there. I took my shot and it didn't pan out well, and now he has the ball already in the end zone, in the red zone. So, you know, the whole game, he really hasn't been moving the ball. I've been playing really good. He only had one drive that probably lasted like a whole maybe minute and a half. And all of a sudden, he's back in the red zone. He's motioned over Metcalf right here on a slant. The play design was really nice. He had a couple people open. And, you know, I decided to play a little aggressive, only sending 3 people. And, you know, if I were to send 3 people again, I would have played a little more safe. Maybe played over the top coverage instead of down below. But he was able to thread the needle and hit it in that sweet spot where the deep defender can't play it and where the short defender can't play it. So right here, he's in this I-form tight, this heavy run set. We hadn't seen him run any balls, have any run plays all game long. And I thought I was in my run D. And just like that, Marshawn Lynch is just running right by me, looking like old classic Marshawn Lynch, you know. And I was definitely not expecting that. I thought my dudes were there. And, you know, just to go from being up 3-0 and having full control of the game to now you're down 3-7, not even down 3-6, not even tied 3-3, you're down 3-7, so you have to score a touchdown to get the lead. It definitely takes a toll on you. Like, you're just completely out of it. But thankfully, we get back into the game, so let's get back to it. Right here, I'm gonna decide to run sweep, kind of get my nerves settled down, just get back to what we're doing. And, you know, that was a great call by me. We were almost out of there once again. I'm not too fast, as my running back isn't as fast as I want him to be. And the blocks were kind of getting block shedded right there. Like, the defenders were getting off their blocks. But hey, that was a nice 15-yard play to get back to where we were at. And right here, I hit this vertical route. He was running this cover 4 palms. That's his defense. He likes to run a lot. And palms, basically, cover 4 match, cover 4 palms, aka. It's like a delayed man coverage. It's zone man coverage. So it's zone, but they really react like really good on man. It's a really good defense, man. And it was giving me some trouble. So that's why I was able to like run the ball a lot, just to give myself, you know, safe, nice plays. As right there, once again, Penny is getting 7 yards for us. I decided to get back in this gun tight formation just to try to give him another look, but he's ready for it this time. I have 2 drags, and pretty much there's nothing I could have thrown, so I decided to throw the ball away. That was perfect defense on him. Let's get to this 3rd down. On this 3rd and 3, I'm pretty much just looking to get the first any way I can. And, you know, if it's there, I'm going to take the deep bomb. I'm going to take the deep play. And for the most part, I don't think it's going to be there, but I do give it a shot, man. I wasn't really going deep all game. I decided to hit him with deep corner, which is a really nice deep over the top play. And Metcalf is open, man. I'm going to rewind this and show you guys one more time. Look at Metcalf on this deep post. He's going to be open right there. And Bobby Wagner just comes in and makes a hell of a play. Extremely great play by Bobby Wagner. Blitzing me at the right time, at the right angle. and I'm gonna have to kick 3, and now I'm gonna have to look for a stop. Once again, he's back in this U-trips offense, his favorite offense he likes to run, Y off trips, aka U-trips. And right here, we're gonna have to play a little aggressive and, you know, make sure we play better defense than we had been playing the last drive. And this is gonna be tough because there's 4-minute quarters. All he has to really do is get a field goal and drain some clock out. And if he does get a touchdown, it's gonna make it more tough than it already is. But his offense is so good in these scenarios. He loves to take his dink and dunks, aka his short little hitches, his short little flat routes, his short little drag routes, all around his short routes. And what he hopes for at the end is for me as a defender to, you know, get tired of him keep on throwing these short routes, and for me to adjust for the short route. Then he'll hit you over the top with a deep post, a deep corner. And that's his philosophy on offense. And, you know, I just got to play a bend, don't break, and make sure I make the proper adjustments and don't get out of my game. Right here, he motions over. I decided to send a heat. I sent both of my corners on the left side, but yet no pressure. He steps up, and, you know, he has Russ, as do I have Russ. We're both using the Seahawks. You know, I was taking off a lot with Russ, and so was he. And right here, he caught me in a pass-heavy oriented defense compared to his set was a run-heavy set. So usually in this game, when something like that happens, the run is just wide open. Your players run slower. The blocks are getting held up for much longer. So I had to go off sides because I'm not trying to give up a touchdown, and I'm not trying to waste a timeout in that situation. And it wasn't that bad of a going off sides because it was only 5 yards, and, you know, he's at midfield now, so we definitely got to lock up. Right here, he motions over Metcalf, and something happens. Look at my left cornerback. He goes to the middle of the field, and I had to use both routes, which is it's not very good. It's not really possible to do that right here. This guy, Trey Flowers, my cornerback, I accidentally put him in a spy. It's an adjustment that happens sometimes when they motion over. So he goes to the middle of the field, and I'm stuck having to use both of these routes right here. And obviously, I'm not going to give him the touchdown. So he makes the proper read and just takes the open player, falls down, and he's just going to drain some more clock. And I was very demoralized. I was very unhappy with that because that was something that really isn't my fault, you know? Sometimes when they motion over, players get put in a different adjustment, but it's okay. We got to move on to the next play. You see him with that true clock feature already on. He's trying to get out of this game. And right here, Clowney makes a heck of a play, getting off his block, using his secure tackler ability to get this stop. Right here, we are at the 2-minute warning. So at the second and the fourth quarters of each NFL Madden game, and even an NFL football game, there is a 2-minute warning. And right here, the clock is stopped. If he gets a first down right here, the game is more than likely going to be ice. So I had to really strap up and really prepare and lock up right here. And I honestly think we play really good defense. We have a spy this time. So when we sent 3 pass rushers before, we really didn't have a spy. This time we have Bobby Wagner and a spy. So if he does step up in the pocket, we're going to be able to send him. And this is a huge 3rd and 4 play call right here. You know, if he gets it, he gets it. And honestly, he plays this very conservative in my opinion. But then again, looking back at it, it wasn't as conservative as I may have thought. He was trying to play for a field goal. And, you know, if he was maybe passing on 3rd and 14, getting sacked, he would have been out of field goal range. So definitely not a bad call on him. But maybe I would have liked him to see him play a little more aggressive and just try to end the game there. Because I know for sure that's something I would have done if I was in his situation. Nonetheless, we had the ball at the 24-yard line, our own 24, and we got to march down and get a touchdown. So this was going to be a 76-yard drive if we get it, resulting in a touchdown and us winning the game. We have 1 timeout left, 1 minute and 43 seconds left, and there's a runoff on each play now. So this is going to be very tough to say the least, but we got it. We definitely got it. And right here, not the best play to run on the first play of your offensive drive, but then again, I was able to throw it away and just move on to the next play. So now it's the 2nd down and 10. I'm back with this flip tactic to just catch his defenders in zones he doesn't want to have them be in. And I motion over Josh Gordon right here. I send 5 routes out. I have my running back open. I have pretty much every route on the field I want to be open. And thanks for Josh Gordon, Flash Gordon, aka as you may know him as. He's able to get out of bounds on that simple slant route. So, you know, what I always say is, you know, you don't always have to have the deep posts, deep plays out there on the field. A simple slant right there was able to get me my yards that I needed to get and get out of bounds. Right here, we motion out Lockett. you know, it was a decent play. I had Gordon on an out route going towards the out of bounds marker. Pretty much all I want to do right now is get yards and get out of bounds. I don't want to get sacked because that will result in the play, the clock ticking and ticking and ticking. And you know, I'm fine with throwing the ball away, but get some yards, get out of bounds. That's my main priority right now. Right here, we flip the play. He sends the heat. Honestly, it was a mistake on him, and then I make a mistake myself. So I had 2 routes open going across each other. I had Josh Gordon on this drag route, and I have Tyler Lockett on this crosser. And instead I take Russell Wilson's legs and get good yardage, which wasn't bad at all, but I didn't get out of bounds. So going back, I would have gone out of bounds or thrown one of those routes and got out of bounds, but it's okay. And then I make another mistake right here. I try running the ball, and that takes away about 20 seconds, and I had to waste my timeout now, and I didn't get any yards. So that was a bad mistake by me. I was kind of a little caught up in the moment, but it's okay. We need 36 yards with 57 seconds left, and we need a touchdown. Obviously, we are down by 4. Touchdown will give us 7 points, obviously us making the PAT. And once again, I take Russell Wilson's legs. I get some good yardage with them. I mean, it was a decent yardage, but the clock is going to be ticking, and it's already 3rd and 5. And you know, in the game, I wasn't expecting it to be 3rd and 5. You know, it seemed all of a sudden so fast. And this is a play of a game, one of the plays of the game for him. He makes a heck of a user play with Bobby Wagner. I wanted to roll out to this right side, and he wasn't gonna let me. I have the crosser wide open X, and I have R1 wide open, but I didn't make the read, and I was super mad at myself right here. After seeing that, I knew I had to run the same play again. So I flipped the play back, and we're gonna just try to call hike as soon as we can right here. And that's what we do. And he makes the same play with his user, and we have Lockett right there wide open, resulting in it's going to be either 1 last play, 2 last plays, like 3 last plays left in the game pretty much. We're at the 16-yard line. We need 16 yards. This is as clutch as it's going to get. This is the money drive. We need these yards. We need these points to win this game, to be the champion of the Players Lounge tournament, to win that money. Let's do it. Let's go right now. Let's go! My play design, before I would have Metcalf right here on a post. Instead, I have him on a streak, and boom, wide open dot. I'm super ecstatic right now. When I was, you know, playing the game, I was so hyped. My Twitch chat was so hyped. We got it done. We'll rewind it one more time for you. My play design was basically the skinny post. If he wasn't using this, I was gonna throw it. R1 was kind of gonna occupy this deep zone, and that's what it did. He ran cover 4 palms. He ran match defense, and he didn't adjust his players. And with me motioning over the out route, the deep defender bit down on it for whatever reason, just the mechanics of the game, thus resulting in me being able to hit Metcalf over the top for the game winner touchdown, the gamer touchdown, the icing on the cake. That's how you do it. He does have 1 last play left, so you know, anything can happen, but for the most part, this is looking like a Players Lounge $1,000 victory for your boy Pavan. Let's go. Right here, he's setting up his last final attempt. I have everyone backed off in 1-4-6, my pass defensive coverage. And right here, he does honestly have a nice little unique play. He basically puts 2 drags on the field, and he puts a wheel route. And look how kind of they pick him up, but nonetheless, it wasn't enough for us to get the tackle. And time ran out, and what could you say, man? Those are how you clutch up a drive. Good game to Dee Croft. Awesome matchup, and I'm hope you guys learned a little bit of something about this game. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.